Millennial depression is a term to describe a general mood most people find themselves in after arriving in a post academic real world, looking ahead at decades of working a 9 to 5 job, wondering, is this it? Now, if that sounds like you, then you're probably looking for a better way to go about life. A way that gives you freedom to do what you want, to pursue your true calling, to spend time with family and friends, and travel the world, all without having to depend on a paycheck. Playing with Fire by Scott Rieckens is a book that gives you a step-by-step, so stick with me until the end. If you want to support, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. So just like the author, I accidentally stumbled on the FIRE movement at 33 when I got fired for the first time in my life from a job and realized that I have no savings. What if I wanted to pursue my long-term dream of becoming an entrepreneur and working on whatever I want? Nope, I depended on the paycheck. So when I got a job, 3 days later, really 3 days later, it was pure luck, honestly. I instinctively and without knowing FIRE, started saving the majority of my paycheck, preparing for the next time something like that would happen to me. The author, on the other hand, found out about FIRE through the Tim Ferriss podcast with Mr. Money Mustache, one of the leaders of the movement. He was able to retire at age 30 after a short career as an engineer. He spends around $28,000 a year, and even though he has the money, doesn't feel the need to spend more. He optimized his spending for maximum happiness. Now, before you think this is for some stingy weirdos, please hear me out. So what is FIRE anyway? FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. It consists of saving 50 to 70% of your income by reducing your expenses and investing the rest. The path is not for everyone, but if you're trading time for dollars, this might help you. The basic math behind the philosophy is very simple. You have to save 25 to 28 times your annual spending, which will then provide you with enough passive income to cover your expenses. Easy, right? Well, not so fast. Here are the 7 steps that you have to follow on your journey to financial freedom. Step 1. Calculate your net worth. Include all your assets and deduct all your liabilities. Step 2. Find out how much you're spending. Yes, I mean every dollar. And over a period of 90 days so you can get an accurate picture. Step 3. Reduce daily expenses. Cut down on the small stuff like daily Starbucks, cable, cleaning services, expensive internet, gym. And it's not about depriving yourself, it's about aligning your spending with your values and optimizing your happiness. A useful exercise here is to list the 10 things that you enjoy the most. Ask yourself, what do you enjoy doing? What do you actually want to do with your time on a weekly basis? And compare it with the top 10 things you spend most money on. See if your values match your spending. Step 4. Reduce the big 3. Housing, transportation, and food. Things like finding a less expensive neighborhood to live in, buying a used car, buying groceries in bulk, and cooking home, biking more, walking more. And always ask yourself, especially with these 3, is this fancy BMW or fancy house worth it for me to have to work a few more years in this 9 to 5 to pay for it? If the answer is yes, then go for it. Nobody's judging you. But if you value your independence and freedom and doing the things that truly matter to you, then you might want to put that on hold. Step 5, make your money work for you. Whether it's an index fund like Warren Buffett recommends or real estate investing, just find ways to grow your savings. Step 6, increase your income. Whether it's with a better job or a side hustle, for example, or anything really to just increase the income that you're bringing home. Step 7, find the community. Mr. Money Mustache or ChooseFi is one of the many resources to help you along your journey. The cool thing about FIRE is that there's a big community of people from all walks of life, exchanging tips and ideas and supporting each other, with some specializing in investing, others in real estate, or taxes, etc. Now, pursuing FIRE is not about stressing over when you will retire. For me, when I used the calculator that I'm going to link to you guys below, found out that I needed 10 years to retire. But it's not about that. It's also not about allowing your frugal choices to make you depressed. But it's about intentional spending that aligns with your values to optimize your happiness. This is very key. It comes down to valuing long-term freedom over short-term pleasure. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.